And there's a drive to get more children toilet trained, with an estimated 1 in 4 who are due to start school this September still in nappies.
Good morning. Is it the end of the Saturday job? New figures show the number of working teenagers has halved in the last 20 years.
Hello there. The summer holiday season is in full swing, and if you have plans for the weekend, well, it looks likely that the weather is going to behave itself. It will be largely dry, sunny and pretty warm. That comes at a cost if you are a hay fever sufferer. Certainly across England and Wales, we are likely to see high pollen levels through Friday afternoon.
Good morning to you at home too. Well, we've had some pretty heavy rain yesterday and overnight as well, but it's mostly clearing away. So this is the picture this morning in Uxbridge. Sunshine after the rain there, and for much of the UK, it's looking fine and dry through the course of today. So spells of sunshine around. It won't feel quite as blustery and as windy as it was yesterday, but we've still got a few blustery showers working in, particularly across parts of northern Scotland.
Well, Sarah, good morning. I recognise this place. I'm very familiar with this place.
Indeed, yes. Good morning to you. This is just down the road from Naga and Charlie this morning at Trafford. Beautiful sunrise there, and actually still a bit of cloud just drifting around, but clear spells and sunny spells are going to last through the day for many of us today. So an improving picture weather-wise. We had some pretty heavy rain yesterday and overnight as well. But
we've had some lovely pictures coming in this morning, haven't we?
Yeah, we have beautiful start to the day. Yes, good morning, everyone. This is the picture in Carnoustie off the coast of Angus this morning. Beautiful sunrise there. Clear skies, some cloud drifting around, and that's really going to be the story of the day for much of the UK.
We have been blessed with some beautiful pictures this morning, haven't we?
But I don't like what that picture's saying, unless it's an early, beautiful start and it's all going to clear away.
That's exactly right. Yes,
cool.
Spot on, Naga. We have got a little bit of mist just sitting in the valleys. This is the picture in Powys first thing. But through the day, that's going to lift away pretty quickly. And actually, things are looking fine and dry, not just today, but through the weekend as well.
Looking ahead to the weekend as well. Morning, Sarah.
Hiya.
Good morning to you, Charlie and Naga. Morning to you at home as well. We've got some fairly fine and settled weather on the cards, not just today, but into the weekend as well. This is how we're starting the morning in Somerset. Just a little bit of mist sitting in some of the valleys at the moment, but that should burn off pretty quickly.
Clear, precise, accurate information, Sarah. That's what we all want, isn't it?
No pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. If only it could always be that way, couldn't it? Accurate. But I think actually the weather is not looking too bad through the next few days. We've got some fine and settled weather actually through today and for the weekend as well. To start off the day, some sunny spells. We've got a bit of cumulus cloud. This is the picture in Worcestershire first thing this morning. So I think not wall-to-wall blue skies out there, but for most of us, a window of drier weather. We had some really heavy rain yesterday and overnight as well, but that's clearing away now. So a settled spell of weather and reasonably warm for the time of year, but it's not quite as muggy and as humid as it has been.
Oh, it's nice behind you.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, good morning to you, Charlie and Naga. Morning to you at home as well. What a difference 24 hours makes, because this is the picture this morning in Keswick in Cumbria. But yesterday across Cumbria, we had really heavy, persistent rain. There was almost a month's worth of rain that fell over the highest ground as well. So that rain now cleared away and a window of dry weather holds on through today and into the weekend as well.
Thanks very much, Anna. I'm going to take you to the other side of the Atlantic first of all. This is Hurricane Ernesto, Category 2 hurricane, sustained winds 100 miles an hour. It's going to be battering Bermuda in the next 48 hours and bring 12 inches of rain. Then it's going to get swept northwards towards Nova Scotia and then driven all the way across the Atlantic towards the UK, and it may well bring us some wet and windy weather on Thursday. A lot going on before then.
Hello there, good afternoon. Well, after what was initially a cloudy start to the day, much more in the way of bright blue sky and sunshine out there now, as captured here by one of our weather watchers.
Thanks very much, Anna. Yeah, we're moving into a quieter spell of weather, actually, which is good news because the weekend is almost upon us. But for a few showers towards the northwest, there'll be a lot of dry weather and some sunshine. We've got the sunshine out today, particularly across the southern half of the UK. Lovely picture here in West Sussex of Arundel.
Hello again. Hope you've all had a lovely day so far. If you're making plans for the weekend, overall the weather setup is looking pretty decent for many of us. Might just be the odd sneaky shower, but for most of us the main story, certainly for the next couple of days, is it's largely dry, plenty of sunshine on offer, and our temperatures around average for the time of year, which means it will be feeling rather pleasant, certainly in that sunshine.
Here's Stav Doneus. How's the weekend looking, Stav?
Pretty good, actually, Sophie. We're in a much more settled spell now. It started today. Thanks very much, Assad. Good evening to you. What a lovely day it was out there. Lower humidity as well, so it felt more comfortable.
We are seeing more cloud, though, coming into northern parts of Scotland, and that's where we're seeing most of the showers. But there wasn't too much cloud earlier on today in the Midlands, and lovely and warm in that sunshine as well. Now, last night we saw some big differences in our weather. It was 18 degrees in Kent and 3 degrees last night up in Aberdeenshire.
And the weekend is almost here with a promise of... And we really do like to be beside the seaside, especially when the sun is shining, with plenty of it to come this weekend. I'll have the full national forecast for you later in the programme. Plenty of summer sunshine, but you'll have to be quick to catch it. The tide is turning in favour of something more unsettled for next week. The details in a few minutes.
It's Friday, so lots of you will be making plans for this weekend and no doubt want to know what the weather's going to be like. Well, Ruth is in Penarth in Wales. So, Ruth, is it going to be beach or brollies this weekend then?
Well, Charlene, I think the honest answer to that is probably a little bit of both, depending on exactly where you are. Now, exactly where I am at the moment is Penarth seafront in South Wales. It's really rather beautiful here this evening. The sun is still just about shining, skies are blue, and there's barely a ripple in the sea behind me. A few brave souls, well, literally moments ago, bobbing around out there having an evening swim. The pier behind me looking really rather splendid, glowing there. Built back in 1898, Penarth itself was once an absolute mecca for tourists. Its heyday back in the Victorian era, bringing people in from across the UK, and it's easy to see exactly why. Almost a stone's throw away from where we are at the moment is the English Channel and the English coast, so we are very well placed. But speaking of well placed, we're also very well placed for some rather interesting weather, possibly next week. So make the most of this weekend if you can. There is, as you may well have heard, a storm brewing across the pond over on the east coast of America. This is Storm Ernesto. Now, he's been working his way up across the coast and will, over the next few days, make steady progress out into the North Atlantic. Why does this interest us? Well, it could well affect us here in the UK. Round about Thursday next week, he will join an area of low pressure and could bring some very strong winds and heavy rain to the northwest. But we do have a bit of weather to get through before we get there. Let's take a look. So yes, some generally summery weather to come over the next few days. As a general rule, the further south and east you are, this is where you'll see the best of any sunshine. Across the northwest, a very different story, I'm afraid, with cloud and showers stubbornly persisting. Temperature-wise, wherever you are, round about average. And actually, it's quite chilly here in Penarth at the moment. Glad I've got the long sleeves on. Well, of course, we'll keep you posted on Storm Ernesto, but in the meantime, we've got a weekend to get through. And as I say, the promise of some really rather lovely weather for much of the UK. Whatever you have planned, have a lovely one.
Oh, thanks, Ruth.